Holy crap. It's like minus 16 degrees here. Sucks. So, listen, this is not about the law. Well, everything's about the law, but I mean, you know, they're poisoning us with cereals and all these foods that aren't natural and fresh. And I eat them all the time. I eat chocolate like a mofo. But they know this, and they know that they're saying to themselves, you can't even manage your own health in your body. Maybe we should do it for you. But because you can't manage your own body, you obviously don't know about contract or law and what your standing is. Even, I don't care if you smoke 10 packs of cigarettes and eat Big Macs. You still have rights if you're a living being that was formed via mitosis. Governments aren't formed with mitosis. They're formed with pen and paper, which means they're a contract. What's the terms of that contract as it pertains to you? Do you know? You should know. Because it's all in your favor. But you don't know. I mean, a lot of my subscribers know, but some don't. I get comments all the time. A comment on YouTube, someone said, "What is a woman?" And I'm sure they had some volition and meaning behind that about gender or something, you know, like some whatever is the craze now of, you know, hating these people and these people are crazy, and you know, these people are crazy, and yeah, right? Excuse me, I just went right with the grammar. A woman is a man with a womb. Not because I say so. Because that's the etymology. That's the original grammar. Anything after that is what you'd call informal now English. Informal English. Let me ask you a question. When you go to a court room or in a courthouse, do they accept informal stuff? Does that fly? When they send you a letter, a presentment, an instrument, it's what it is. Instrument of contract, presentment of contract. And there's words on there that there's probably like 50 or 100 words on there that have more than one meaning. One meaning could help you and one could hurt you. Or one could disqualify whatever they're presuming. Or bind you and put you under their jurisdiction if you consent to that, if you agree to it. Because you assume that you comprehend what is being conveyed. Well, I'm smart. I know what they mean. Really? Really? You don't. It's impossible. It doesn't mean anything. Unless you've defined every word that has more than one meaning, the document means nothing. Please, this has to be logical to you. Just trying to think of words that have such opposite meanings, and you'd have to have some sort of way to cipher all of the code because there's multiple meanings in so many words. Let's say it's like a blockchain and you're following that chain, like it goes off this way, or a timeline, for example. It goes off this way, this one goes off that way. There's bazillions of ways. So the document means nothing because it's not definitive. It doesn't convey anything definitive, if that makes sense. And so what do? You send back a letter with a copy of that, or you take a copy and you send back the original. And you say simply on that lined piece of paper or whatever, no lines, doesn't matter, I don't think. And you say, what language is this word in line 1 or wherever? What language is that? What? And, you know, you could say, and also, what definition and from what publication? But if you're asking them what language this is as a rebuttal, then you offer more information to help your enemy because you're being smart. Because you want to show them. I've been there. Don't help your enemy. They are your enemy because they exist in commerce. Commerce, by definition, is a war of truths and a war of money or currency, really, in the world we have now, because it's all about dollars. Dollars are worthless pieces of cloth and paper, fucking worthless. They're notes of debt. How can you buy something with debt and then own it? You think you own your house? Think you own your car? You think you own your fucking snowblower? Your fucking ATV? Think you own it? You don't own it. You didn't pay for anything. Did you pay with silver or gold? Constitutional money? Pay with real money? No. Could you have? No. All right, 7 minutes and 47 seconds. I guess I'm done for now. Love you guys. Keep learning. Keep retrain your brain before you react to an accusation or a claim that you've done something, you can't do something, you owe something for something. Instead of arguing the subject matter, you know, the particulars of what they're saying, first correctly require if it pertains to you. If someone says you can't screw pigs in Russia, just but if you can screw pigs in the state, the union state that you are domiciled in, can Putin come and prosecute you in a court? Extradite you because you screwed a pig? No, because it's illegal in Russia. Doesn't mean it's illegal here in this jurisdiction. There are probably hundreds of thousands of jurisdictions. What is a jurisdiction? It's an imaginary border which could be on just a piece of paper that presumes that authority via that jurisdiction over whatever they presume. Doesn't have to be correct. And it isn't, because for another living being, forget a government, for another living being to have jurisdiction over you, that would mean that you are their slave. That's outlawed everywhere. Still happens, of course. Sad, horrible. But contractually, it's outlawed. So if you know how to convey contractually, it's game over. Even if the Constitution, which is an Illuminati concept, Ben Franklin stole it from an Illuminati Constitution, okay? Good or bad. It, as long as you believe in a creator, God, doesn't say creator, I don't think. If it does, that's awesome. But I think it says God, right? I think it actually does say creator. Believe in a creator. Then you have endowed rights from that creator that created all of this. And what that creator endowed to you was the earth. And certainly any currency or money or whatever means of exchange that can quantify the sweat of the brow of each member of mankind, whatever they want to label it as it pertains to what the soil they were born upon is worth, they have a portion of that in that train of thought. If you don't believe you have a creator, then the founders believed that you were insane. I'm not saying you're insane. Just saying that's what they thought. So you're endowed with rights. What is the government? But how was this government formed? Was it born out of someone's vagina? And then through mitosis, and then born out of someone's vagina, our government? Before 1789, when the Constitution was ratified, did the Constitution exist? And was it alive? Is it alive now? Does it have blood? Does it breathe? Do you see what I'm saying? We haven't been taught to think critically, to nip it in the bud. Someone says, hey, these are horrible examples, but someone says, hey, you heard that you claim that you could, shoot a basketball and make the shot from anywhere on the court 100 million times in a row, whatever, right? What we're trained and indoctrinated to immediately default to is, well, I can't hit that many, that's ridiculous. It's reasonable, right? But what we should have said was, I've never said that. I don't know what conversation you're speaking of. And in some cases with many people, I've never played basketball. Never held a basketball. So before you even get to how many shots you can make, what if you don't even play basketball? Isn't it more pertinent and possibly successful if you nip it in the bud and be like, before we start talking about how many shots I can make, I don't play basketball. Wrong guy. Wrong gal. All right, I'm done. Love you guys. See you.